Okay, let's talk about procrastination. It's something we all struggle with, right? But what if I told you there's a super simple, really powerful way to beat it and finally get your most important stuff done? Well, today we're going to break down the brilliant ideas from Brian Tracy's classic book, Eat That Frog. You know the feeling, right? You look at your to-do list and it just feels impossible. It's like it's growing faster than you can check things off. You've got emails piling up, big projects looming, personal errands. It just feels like this constant wave that's about to crash over you.
And here's the thing. Brian Tracy hits us with a pretty hard truth right at the start. He says, and I'm quoting here, "The fact is that you are never going to get caught up." Wow. So the goal isn't to clear the list because you can't. The stream of things to do is literally endless. Trying to do it all is just a losing game. The real secret is to completely change how you think about it.
So what's the secret then? Well, this is where we get to the core idea. And yeah, it's a little weird. The secret to actually getting ahead and breaking through all that noise isn't about working harder or doing more things. Nope. It's about doing the one right thing first. It's about eating a frog.
Okay, so what on earth does eat that frog actually mean? Let's get right into the philosophy behind it because it's actually a really simple idea, but man, it has a huge impact.
All right, so your frog, that's your biggest, most important task. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the one you're most likely to procrastinate on. It's big, it's kind of intimidating, and let's be honest, it's probably not the most fun thing on your list. But here's the kicker, and this is so important. It's also the one thing that will have the greatest positive impact on your life and your work.
And there are basically two rules for eating frogs. Rule number one, if you have to eat two frogs, eat the ugliest one first. Meaning, if you have two really important tasks, tackle the bigger, harder, more important one first. And rule number two is simple. If you have to eat a live frog, it doesn't pay to sit and look at it for very long. In other words, once you know what your frog is, just do it. Don't sit there and overthink it. Just jump in. And there's some cool brain science behind why this works so well. When you finally finish that big, important task, when you eat that frog, your brain gives you a reward. It releases endorphins, which gives you this sort of natural high. It's a feeling of success and accomplishment. And that feeling creates this awesome positive feedback loop that actually makes you want to go and tackle the next frog.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually find your frog when your to-do list has like 50 other things on it? Well, turns out there's a really well-known principle that helps us zero in on it.
It's called the Pareto principle, but you probably know it as the 80-20 rule. And the idea is pretty simple. For almost anything, roughly 80% of your results will come from just 20% of your activities. So our job then is to fight that urge to get busy with the trivial many, all those little easy tasks, and instead focus all our energy on the vital few.
And guess what? Your frogs are almost always hiding in that top 20%. Those are the tasks that really move the needle. The big difference between super successful people and everyone else is that most people procrastinate on that 20%. The successful ones, they focus on it like a laser.
So how do we systematically figure out what's in that 20%? This is where Brian Tracy gives us a super practical tool. It's called the ABCD method, and it is a game changer. Here's the breakdown. You literally take your list and put a letter next to every single item. A tasks are your absolute must-dos. These have serious consequences if you don't do them. B tasks are things you should do, but the consequences are only mild. C tasks are things that are kind of nice to do, but there are no real consequences either way. Then you have D for delegate, give it to someone else, and E for eliminate. Just get rid of it.
Now the rule for this method is dead simple, and you cannot break it. Never, ever do a B task when you still have an A task left undone. And if you have a few A tasks, you just number them. A1, A2, A3. That A1 task, that's it. That's your biggest, ugliest frog for the day. And that's what you have to do first.
This brings up another really cool idea, which is creative procrastination. See, setting priorities is about what you do, but it's also about what you choose not to do. These are called posteriorities. The most successful people are amazing at deliberately procrastinating, but they do it on the right stuff. They procrastinate on the low-value C, D, and E tasks. That's the stuff you put off.
All right, so we've got the philosophy, we've got the tools. How do we actually put this into practice? Let's talk about taking that very first bite.
Okay, here's your action plan. It's just 3 simple steps. Step 1, think on paper.
Seriously, write down your goals, write down your tasks. This forces you to get clear. Step 2, use what we just talked about, the 80-20 rule and the ABCD method, to pinpoint your number 1 most important task, your A1 frog. And step 3, this is the most important part, take action, immediately. Don't wait for the right time, just start.
So that leaves us with just one question, and it's for you. Don't just listen to this and think, oh, that's a neat idea. I want you to actually apply it. So think about it right now. What is the one frog you're going to eat first thing tomorrow morning? What's that one task that will make the biggest difference? Decide on it and then make a real commitment to do it. Because starting that one habit, well, it really could change everything.